I've tried to warn you with logic in part, basic science and truth says we are breaking apart. Our balance has toppled, one state of the art. Now we spread like a virus, and very soon we all will depart. Unbury your heart, baby, just unbury your heart. Hurry, dear, and unbury your heart. I can feel this in my heart. Factors irrefutable, painfully show we've gone off the charts, all simply computable. So how are you still in the dark? Unbury your heart, baby, just unbury your heart. Hurry, dear, and unbury your heart. I can feel this in my heart. In my heart. In my heart. In my heart. Tried to warn you. Tried to warn you. Tried to warn you, but you.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Elgato Stamus from GearWorks.com and the E2KG Network podcasting channel on YouTube, as well as the Rounding Off and Trinity Gaming channel on YouTube, back with another episode of the Replication Anecdotes. This is episode number 427 for Saturday, the 13th of July of this year of our gaming 2019. We're going to be getting things going here with a little more F1 2019. In fact, this is the final session in this particular arc before I put this game aside and roll the variety wheel to pop over to something else. We'll be dropping the Switch lever tomorrow and going back to Trials Rising, the late February release from Ubisoft. So I played a little bit earlier this year. There are streams of that on the channel and on the YouTube channel, so you can check those out. But I have been tickled pink and very impressed with F1 2019. Could definitely play this for a lot longer. But you know, I can't stick with anything for any one thing for but so long. So we're heading to Shanghai, to the Chinese Grand Prix, after a good performance at Bahrain, but a bit of a squandered opportunity as I landed pole position. But then took some wing damage, which made my first pit stop a little bit longer. Came back out on the track in 20th position, worked my way back up as high as 6th. But then, to compensate for the wing damage, I increased the fuel mixture to make the fuel more rich, give me a little more acceleration coming out of the corners, to compensate for the fact that I wasn't taking the corners as well. And then wound up, just barely had enough fuel to make it to the end of the race. At least that's what I'd calculated, but I wound up burning the fuel tank to 0 right before the finish line and lost 4 more places before the race was over. So, like I said, a bit of a squandered opportunity. Could have won it, could have definitely made a podium finish, but wound up derping it on fuel and just barely holding on to 10th. So, I don't have to do a ton of checks on audio mix balance, but I do need to just verify that shutting down and switching some things over and plugging up an additional mic and then removing it, that I still have audio routed correctly. So we'll do those audio mix checks here, and then we'll be getting started pretty proper real quick. Alright. So like I said, we're going to head to Shanghai. Uh-oh. No, that's not correct. I am signed in. It always claims that I'm not, but I am. So I did score some points in the Grand Prix of Bahrain, so I'm into the points now. Making the chase for the Drivers' Championship Cup, although that's highly unlikely in my first season of Formula 1, particularly racing for Toro Rosso. Yeah, and you'll see here the durability department is not happy with me. After I made a comment about the car not holding together too well. Ooh, that's right, I did a mid-session save, which I didn't realize I could do the night before I quit out. And when I came back, I had to redo a bunch of admin stuff as far as where I'd allocated points and some other stuff, because I didn't do a mid-session save, which I didn't even realize was a menu option. We saw that last time.
If you start to suffer from oversteer, come in and let us have a look at the setup. You will get oversteer if the rear tyres lose grip.
So we're going to go with a maximum
front.
downforce.
Usually this will be coming from a lack of rear downforce
setting,
or an overly stiff rear suspension, but a little tweak with negative
and then
camber
run the
or
fuel
towing
management
can also
program,
help
which
this.
I did horrible at in Bahrain. But we'll give it another go. It seemed like I am unable to monkey with the fuel mixture, because what I would do is lessen the richness of the fuel mixture in an effort to maybe make my fuel conservation curve a lot better. But I didn't seem to have access to that. It seems to... Now, there's the... Ooh. Very bumpy track. Fuel management program started. Ugh. I've got maximum downforce set on this thing too. Obviously some things we're gonna have to contend with. This is my first outing on the track, so it's not unusual for things to be a bit challenging on the initial reconnaissance lap. Yeah, I just don't really understand how to pass the fuel thing. Because you still have to make time. Oof. And put in solid lap times. Now, I guess I did complete this successfully last time, by virtue, I think, of the middle lap. Ooh. Wow. And you are going to have to tighten up. So the target lap time is 150. Yeah, I think,
That lap was no good. We need you to improve on that.
Really struggling to figure this track out. I think what I'm going to do is return to the garage, because when I did make a successful fuel conservation practice program run before, I was in the max top speed setup.
Okay, let's update the setup.
Still plenty of time left in this session.
Our best lap so far is a 1:54.1.
Now at Australia, I had great lap times. Like I said, came in on pole. And then got a successful fuel run in the practice program in that race, I think because I got into somebody and then I wound up being like very conservative the rest of the way around. So ridiculous the way you have to drive the car to meet the... are you kidding me? And I still missed the target lap time? What is going on here? This is the front straight of the...
Okay, you weren't quite good enough that lap. Try again.
Like, I don't even see how it's possible for you to make a successful run of this thing. There's gotta be... Like, I'm just having to back way off on the speed to keep the thing in the green, and I'm like, that doesn't make any sense to me. I didn't mean for him to slow down that much. Yeah, I think we just need to... Yeah, I mean, I feel like this whole round is derped. May as well just take it back to the garage, but I do want to go ahead and get the practice around the corners so I can start remembering things better.
Was no good. We need you to improve on that.
The problem is the way that I improve fails the practice program. Why can I not tighten up this turn? Yeah, there's just no way that I'm ever gonna get. Got distracted. May as well do the flashback. Seriously? Poor fuel saving. Great. I hate that training program. Yep, so I'm going to do the fuel management again.
Our best lap so far is a 1 minute 49.2.
See if I can choose a slightly better car setup. I guess I'll just go with the maximum downforce one. We'll go after the fuel management program again. I don't know if we're going to get any better results this time. Just haven't figured out what tweaks you can make or what setup works best to actually successfully complete this familiarization run. Yeah, you're not going to get completed. You got the things pegged down at the bottom of the fuel conservation curve. Oh, man. Ah, come on. Aggravating. It kills me when you're coming around and you go into these really long back straights and then you realize that that's not the starting line. Great.
Okay, you weren't quite good enough that lap. Try again.
So we can go ahead and start running down the tech that's being used to...
Rain is forecast in just over 10 minutes time. Rain in 10 minutes.
To render the live stream tonight. Jeez. Too much brake. I missed the DRS.
That lap was no good. We need you to improve on that.
Final lap. But apparently, I mean, I guess there's got to be something that I'm missing. 'Cause I don't see how in the world you drive without grabbing full hold of the throttle every time. Up into 7th with these lap times. So you stand, potentially gain another good pole position. If you can hold it together through some of these tougher turns. But this back series of curves, when I keep thinking that I'm done, it's a bit nerve-wracking. Jeez, I'm still not onto the front straight. I thought for sure that was it. Yep, I could never get the fuel conservation program down. Did once where I just by luck did something and I came in under fuel on like the second lap.
And with all the cars now over the line, let's see our top three again. Hamilton, Bottas, and Pierre Gasly.
Great.
Sadly, it's time to say goodbye as free practice is over. However, we'll be back shortly for more Formula One action.
That was not good. Definitely a poor showing. Did, however, still score some points, which she should be able to turn around and apply immediately. What? What is this even? It's practice session 2, I think.
At some point before qualifying, let's get
So
our
run
track
the race
acclimatization
strategy
program complete.
program.
It'll help us identify any specific problem areas on the circuit.
Alright, yeah, we'll stick with the maximum downforce. Oh boy. Okay, so this is one that you can complete in 3 laps. Stretching program started, but I think all they need is a dedicated time to take. So I do apologize for getting a little cloudy headed. Like I'm fine while driving, but in between, getting a little drowsy. Put in a little time earlier tonight in Bahrain. So Bottas has the top time right now. Jesus, I'm still not back around on the straightaway yet.
Okay, super job so
Okay,
far.
good.
We're getting great
We
data.
have
Stay
the
focused.
top lap time now. So is it predicting that I'm off just by either by time marks? Ooh, man, Norris has beat my time already? Keep getting tricked. I keep thinking that
Great lap. You've nailed what we asked for. Keep it up.
all right. 50 points are over. Blast it! Oh boy, I'm waiting for the coffee to kick in.
Okay, super job so far. We're getting great data. Stay focused.
Okay, 2 more laps. Ugh.
Great lap. You've nailed what we asked for. Keep it up.
Alright, 1 more lap to go. Oh man, that's weird. I don't feel so drowsy at this point of night. Alright, so do still have program complete, so we can go and take it back to the paddock then.
Fuel is marginal. Box within 2 laps.
Alright, probably not even going to wait that long. Oh, snap.
Less than a lap of fuel now.
Nope.
Tank is empty. Box this lap, please. Box this lap. When driving with the pit assist disabled, you'll need to be mindful of your speed when entering the pit lane. If you hit the limiter line too fast, you'll pick up a penalty.
Oh, what's
Watch
going
the
on?
on-screen prompts that show your target speed and...
Alright, let's just take it back to the garage. Really need this coffee to kick in. Okay, so race strategy successfully completed. Now is this? I missed it. Which practice session is this? This is 2.
I know it's...
So we're going to go and call that complete and figure out what training session to
Our
go
best
into
lap
next.
so far is a 1:46.7.
Okay. Wait, what?
We're 15th in the speed trap, 304.5
Okay,
kilometers
so I'm
per
gonna run
hour.
the qualifying race one. And what car setup are you gonna run? I guess we'll go with this one. Right.
Okay, we'll alter the setup of the car. Okay, you're in the top 10.
This thing gets me with the straightaway every single time. I'm like, okay, the next turn, it's straightaway. Nope. Next turn, here it comes.
Test complete, and that was a very good job indeed. We got a lot of valuable information out of that.
So was that successful? If it is, let's just take it back to the garage. Okay, yes, it did call that successful.
We're third in the speed trap, 329.2
so I guess
kilometers per hour.
I really honestly don't even remember. I think I completed the qualifying pace and race strategy in this one, so I can go ahead and just advance on to the final session.
It's time to remind ourselves of our top three, who are Verstappen, Gasly, and King. Sadly, it's time to say goodbye as free practice is over. However, we'll be back shortly for more Formula One action.
All right. Yep. Ooh, not a bad take. I am also no idea what I view the R&D tree. Okay, so I guess I will weight reduction, cable assembly weight reduction. Not sure exactly what that is. Slightly increased durability, I guess. Alright, okay, alright, so I have 338 left over. Okay, so that has a cost of $535. What? Alright, hold on. I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep straight what it was I was supposed to upgrade. Probably won't even just worry about it. Alright, Alright. Doesn't seem to be any way for me to get off. Alright, fine. Okay, so if I don't want to, there's nothing on here that I need to change locally. Something's wrong here. Right. Short some change for some more R&D. Nope. Yeah, let's just advance to the third weekend, third practice. Alright. I may have to step away for a second and go get an energy drink. So I think I'm saying that so I'm sticking that setup, I think.
Okay, this is the only session that we've got left to complete our acclimatization program, so let's get out there.
Now we're gonna go with the increased downforce car setup. And in fact, I am going to run the track acclimatization program. It's 3 laps. Flying lap. Be tough because I derped it right off the bat. Missing that interior one. Oh, that's a weird one. Wow. You're pretty much struggling. Need to pull it back together. Almost missed the DRS. I wasn't looking for it because it feels like it's been so while since I've seen it. Come on. Did I miss DRS?
Definitely speed up a bit in the following corners. Turn 1, turn 2, turn 5, turn 6, turn 7, turn 8, turn 10, turn 16.
Come on. Really? This is me. way mentally exhausted. What? What is it with this battery, man? I do not understand this at all. And I'm really trying not to recap Xbox One equipment. Okay, so I connected a controller. Uh-oh. I don't know why that one went red. So, should have realized, now that I'm trying to get back to trail braking, I'm hitting all these one by one, except that one. Ah, come on. I'm in fourth by lap time, though. Can't complain about that.
Final lap.
Big shadow down this back stretch. Great. Why it's not letting me pick that one up. Really?
Test over, but I'm afraid we didn't get what we needed. We're gonna have to run it again.
Well, as long as I got the points for it, I accept that I may not get 500 points or whatever, but as long as I got some. Like I said, the problem I've had with this in the past is that you would run that and earn points, but if you didn't get the minimum, you wouldn't get anything. So. There's 18 minutes left in this session.
So far, our fastest lap is a 1 minute 54.5.
So yeah, that hasn't really improved. So if I want to do tire management, I've got to go with maximum top speed. Maximum top speed.
We're 10th in the speed trap, 309.1 kilometers per hour.
Maximum top speed. Suspension, brakes. And she wants to run the tire management program. See how this
we'll alter the setup of the car.
Alright, here we go. Tire management program started. So I don't have a ton of experience, certainly not a lot of memories of this track in Shanghai. It was one of the events that came into being while I was a Formula One fan. So it's a circuit that was added. I don't know that I saw more than one, maybe two races where they raced on this. As long as I come in under lap time, I should be good. Yes.
Well done. We got some excellent data with that run, so come on back to the garage and I can talk you through the numbers.
Yeah, with me being as hard as I am, I definitely don't want to spend any extraneous time out on track.
We're 9th in the speed trap, 324.2 kilometers per hour.
10 minutes left. Really, at this point, I really don't know. 1, 2, 3. How many events I've run this particular practice session. So we're going to run track acclimatization again. Guess so.
Okay, let's talk about this track. Turns 1 and 2 are just one corner, really. Think of T1 as a single long braking zone for 2, as the turn tightens up the further round you get. Usually, I'd advise you to use the width of the road, but if you run wide here, you're running off track. Tight through 1, run out to the middle of the road as you come off the brakes and into 2.
Now, so I didn't do that well with the track acclimatization at Bahrain, I guess. Oof. But I did do well with it, I think, in Australia. So, going back to the balance car setup.
There's some more time to be found in these turns. Turn 1, turn 2, turn 5, turn 13,
Flip.
turn 14, turn 16.
Blast it. Well, yep, that is just... Oof. Ah, too slow. I've only got 140 points so far.
You seem to be struggling a little in the following turns. Turn 1, turn 2, turn 5, turn 6, turn 9,
What
turn
the
13.
fuck? Why is it not giving me that gate? Well, that one it didn't give me because I was too slow. Ugh. Come on, I bet that's Perez. Frack. Nope. Five-place grid penalty? Hell nah. It's tough for me to tell. Hamilton.
This is the last lap of the program. Final lap of the program.
So ridiculous. Just not performing well tonight at all. Nope, you're gonna miss it again. So horrible. Bad, bad, bad. Ooh, are you kidding me? This is the worst night ever. Oh. I think you got some squirrely on your tires there. Well, they always said you drive as badly tired as you do drunk.
Program over, but that wasn't much help to us. We need it again, I'm afraid.
I got 305 points. Alright. Oh, yeah. That was still worthwhile, and it ends the session.
The session has drawn to a close, so let's review our top three. Leclerc, Hamilton, and Sebastian Vettel. What an incredible practice session.
That was
Time
bad,
not
though.
to stop here, though. Join us again as the rest of the weekend unfolds.
Good day today. Let's have your take on it. You really put a lot of effort into practice today. Are you testing new components? It's the start of the season. How do you think things are going to go for you? Appreciate your time.
A fair amount of resource points added. Alright. A little bit of reputation increase. I don't feel very well set up for this race, though. We'll go on to qualifying. Weather dry. Overall value to the team is increasing, so that's good. I don't think I can do anything on the R&D tree just yet. Alright, so I gotta take a break really quick, and grab some more coffee. So I'm gonna put you guys on the BRB screen, and I will be right back. Roughly about 5 minutes. Sorry about that, but it'll be short, and I'll be back soon. So it's kind of like last man standing. I'm pretty sure that I'm faster than him in a straightaway. I want to say I gotta be, right? With all the upgrades. So what this really is a matter of is, can I beat him down this backside straight before we get, and hit my brakes early enough to safely enter turn 1. Oh, I took it too far. So he gave me the outside in move. So Hooligan, are you done for the night, or are you taking a break and then going back to live streaming? So it was my first time, so I could get enough of. Come on, come on, no. To get enough for trying to keep up with chat in the midst of this racing game. Oh, man. And I, for one, the morning keeps coming around and going, is this a straightaway? I need to catch up on chat. Come on, Smokey. Alright, I'm going to hit the pause on this real quick. It was my first time, so I could get 10 rounds before my team wasn't strong enough to keep up. Gotcha. He wasn't strong enough. So better team today overall? I know it seems like I've overheard you guys talking about kind of fluctuating team quality in a lot of those games as you progress more and more so through the progression model. So Hooligan says, my Wednesday streams are shorter than normal weekdays. My new schedule is Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, 7 to 10 or 11. Wednesday is only 7 to 9. With weekends, I put in 8 to 12 hours of sleep. Gotcha. Team as the characters you buy as you go round and round. Okay. Well, I think that has me having redeemed myself for all the races in that championship where I was only able to place. You know. Oh boy. What is this thing doing? Oh, okay, it's waiting on me. Is that actually the event I'm supposed to do? I don't even really remember having paid attention to the chart. I know that's pretty sure that song is a how do I already have a gold medal in this race? And I'm going to wind up having to back out again because the whole purpose was like I said, I got to check and make sure I have everything that I would need for this vehicle. Any good racing for PC? Any good racing games for PC you recommend? So All of the generation, all of the 8th generation let me go back and read your question. Any good racing games for PC you recommend? Yeah, so for the most part, anything that is first party that has dropped on Xbox, racing game wise, they would have theoretically is already in the. Let me back up and try to answer your question better. So, Forza Motorsport and Forza Horizon, that franchise, any of those that are on the Xbox One, or at least the vast majority of them, should also be available on PC. But what I will say, so you can, and if you've already bought them, then you could just go download it. So if you have, if you bought physical copies, I think, of Formula One 2018 or 19, whatever the last one was. There's a new racing game out called Dirt 2.0. So any of the Forza Horizon series that most of those are also available on PC, and so you could definitely play those. Other good racing games on PC are definitely Project Cars and Project Cars 2. And then I would also say the Grid series. So Grid and Grid 2 by Codemasters would also be a good racing game on PC. So I'm not super crazy about this track. I'm also concerned said it's just under a mile, so are there any racing games that you already play on PC, Hooligan? I don't know why I keep doing that. And this coffee is not having nearly the affected impact that I hoped it would. I guess I would also add to that notion of racing games. Blast it. Of racing games on PC. What was I going to say? Include considering things like Redout. I tried Not My Car last weekend, Vehicular Battle Royale. Different, but didn't keep my attention long. I used to play NASCAR Heat and Dirt Track Racing a long time ago on PC. Yeah, I can't imagine that, just based on your description, I can't imagine that being interesting at all. Yeah, so NASCAR Heat used to be one of my favorite franchises to play on PC a while ago, a long time ago. And there was I think there was a NASCAR game, maybe for the original Xbox, from when EA owned that franchise, and so. Yeah, they're, looting weapons in a car is, yeah, and I mean, that's, oh my gosh, dude. Man, I am really taking hard on energy level. Yeah, and I mean, essentially, the design cut. All right, so we are back to continue race weekend of round 3 in the Formula One 2019 championship. Going out for qualifying. At Shanghai Circuit for the Chinese Grand Prix, or the Grand Prix of China. Hoping this cup of coffee, this second one, is the one that actually wakes me up. I've been struggling a little bit. Tomorrow we're going to be kicking over
to Shanghai, China,
and we'll pick up playing Trials Rising.
F1 qualifying session.
You keep it in here on the Xbox One for a bit.
Davidson, you're not getting any younger, but you have been involved in your fair share of qualifying sessions in an illustrious 30-year career. How do you deal with the pressure when you have that one chance to deliver a perfect lap?
It's not so much about dealing with the pressure, it's more about how you approach the risk.
I smoked the qualifying lap.
You're constantly
in
balancing
Bahrain,
on the edge of grip from braking,
scoring pole
cornering,
position.
and traction. And over the course of a lap,
Don't have as high
it's easy
hopes
to get that balance wrong.
for that,
and that's
because
why
I have been
achieving the perfect lap is almost impossible.
bad.
As you say, I've been doing this 30 years now, and it never gets any easier.
Been doing very poorly here in China. I'm making my final selections in car setup. I'm on the soft tires. It is predicted to stay dry this weekend. So I'm gonna go with the car tuning set that is slightly optimized for top speed. Let's go to the track. Easy, easy. Been clipping that corner and getting in the gravel. It's been one of my problems. One of my problems is like I just don't have a good mind for like the really distinctive parts of this track. You know, unlike in Bahrain, where you have the 120-degree elbow. Or in Australia, where you have some of the long, sweeping left and right-handers. Not memorizing this track well because there aren't features that stand out in my mind. And it hasn't been a track that I've watched a lot of races on or run a lot of races on. DRS is up. One of the things I resolved while I was away on break was that I've definitely had it with some of the batteries that I have for my Xbox controllers.
It's a bit disappointing, but we just need to push hard in the race and we can still come away with something.
19th.
We're all ready for tomorrow's race, but before we begin, let's have a quick look at those who will be fronting the grid. Vettel, Leclerc, and Valtteri Bottas.
Start
Goodbye
20th.
for now then,
Yes, there's
but
something
we're
to be
really
said for
just
that.
getting started. Make sure to join us again for Lights Out tomorrow.
One-shot qualifying is a bear. But yeah, I have a few batteries that are just, after the years of ownership of the Xbox One, they're just really falling off way too far. Like this one that I have in here, I'm playing the controller with it plugged in to a power supply, and I had it unplugged. Oh, so he got me on qualifying? Shoot. Alright, I'm still winning the rivalry. That does put me at 548. Might be able to get some R&D done.
Bad luck in qualifying. That's not exactly ideal. But there's no points for Saturday. Keep a cool head and make up for it in the race.
Weather forecast is still dry. Okay, so full authorization to be as aggressive as I'd like. It's a pleasant change to hear. Okay, let's look at bumping something in aerodynamics. How about wind tunnel quality controls? 600, so I'm still a bit low for reeling that in. Let's go to the race. And this will definitely be a wrap for me tonight once I complete this. The streaming setup will be exactly the same for tomorrow.
Which driver is up to the task of claiming the Chinese Grand Prix? We're here in Shanghai.
Though I do have a new camera to test, I may roll that into the config tomorrow.
We start a lap here at Shanghai with the long, difficult right-handers of turns 1 and 2, the first of 16 corners that make up this 3.3-mile circuit. The incredibly long back straight.
So there's only 2 DRS zones in this one.
The lap, with speeds in excess of 200 miles per hour before the braking zone of turn 14.
So it might be good that you tune for increased top speed, since you have that really long back straight.
And with me as usual is Anthony Davidson. Now, I want to ask you about
But yeah, I think I'm going to get a new Xbox One controller with battery, and then maybe get one more spare battery, and this time I think I'm going to just get...
Right from the start.
That's right.
I don't know, I was saying I was going to get Microsoft branded batteries, just to make sure that they last a long time, but
some of these guys in Formula 1
these third-party batteries,
but I have to say, in this case, it's so far.
and I've got it in this one. I mean, they did last a pretty decently long amount of time. They're just now going off after probably 5 years of ownership.
Starts in pole position, and it's Charles Leclerc in P2.
Okay, so we don't need to see them roll through the grid stack when I know I'm all the way in the back.
Now that we've got some points on the board, let's continue this form and aim for another top 10 finish.
Ugh. I just don't know that I'm going to settle down and be comfortable enough on this track in order to pull that off. Low tire management, so we're going to do a 2-stop strategy with hard tires for the second half with an early pit. Pretty much all I can do. And I do think, just given how tired I am, that Huh, that's weird. Did I already advance one spot, or did somebody, Come on, come on.
Be careful with the front wing. You've taken some minor damage.
Oh, no. No, you gotta restart that. That's horrible.
After the points finish last race, let's aim to keep the momentum going.
Okay, so the strategy is still good. So I don't know why I moved up to 18th. It was supposed to be in 19th. I wonder if somebody else got a penalty, or is it starting on the grid? Ooh, that's risky. Come on. Up in the 14th. Did I take wing damage? Nope. Come on. One thing is, without the wheel and pedals, what I cannot do is I just cannot hold a precise enough line
That's a strong start. Well done.
to actually, on PC, I can actually slip around outside of these guys on these initial starting turns. Oh, flippin' A. And I am going to use flashbacks tonight, because what I need to do is I need to get out of this and get some sleep. I don't think I've taken any real damage. Wing damage. Blast nabbit. Frickin' Vettel. Hopefully my car I think I've failed through the practice sessions to understand just how slow turn 1 is. Get off, Perez. Oh, you. Frack, I couldn't. Ugh. One of the things I'm having to train myself out of is, historically in all racing games, I am accustomed to actually using the curb to get the car to turn in tighter. This physics model is not friendly to that, so I gotta try and train myself out of that, but it is very hard. I have got to get around Perez. Maybe if he gets held up. No. Ugh. Yeah, I just wasn't sure which way he was gonna go. Hoping if he gets tied up with Rakinen, if those two start fighting each other. Nope. Ugh. I need them to fight, but I need them to leave me enough room. And this is what I hate, is I'm having to drive far more conservatively than I normally do in the corners. Car is just not... Oh, here we go. Does Rakinen have a problem?
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the hards.
Just remember how slow turn 1 is. Get off, Rakinen. That was a clean pass. I'd probably pit in lap 5.
Okay, need some energy harvesting. Reduce ERS deployment.
Seriously? Hate having to monkey with that thing. It's very difficult to do and concurrently watch the racing line. That was hard fought. Ooh. Well, he smoked his tires as I was trying to come by. Some trash.
Okay, we're monitoring somewhere on the ICE. Be aware that we will start to see a loss of power.
How am I doing here now? No, don't. So I'm in 8th. How am I doing on wing damage?
Check your MFD for a new strategy option.
Usually, when the crew chief calls that, what they want me to do is they want me to... Oh, what the block? Great, great. This butthole. No. Blast it. No. Oh. I was in the MFD. Not paying attention to the blasted racing line.
A new strategy is available on the MFD.
What the heck? I've got wing damage on both wings.
Engine is looking a little worn. Power output will be less than optimal. D for a new strategy option.
Come on, keep current.
Got that confirmed. Some information on Gasly. They're slowing down. It seems like there's some kind of problem with their car.
Because last race, those guys brought me in early to repair damage, and it just made things worse. So I'm just going to deal with the damage on the car and stay out. I'm just going to have to fight Ricardo off. I think I will be fine. This is what I gotta watch, is the running wide. Come on, come on, come on.
Don't forget, box this lap.
Yep, just show me the racing line, turn in. Make sure you don't miss it. Oh, we're clear, we're clear. Okay, we've lost him.
The battery is low on energy. Reduce ERS deployment.
Already reduced ERS deployment. Magnuson.
Tyre situation. We're good for the time being, but you are going to start to notice the wear, so make sure it doesn't catch you out.
Like it did just there? Come on, man. P5. Really starting to become a problem. Oh no! No, no, no!
Alexander is coming in for his stop.
Are you kidding me? Why did they have us pitting at the same lap? Now, I would have been slightly ahead of him, but I mean, with all the work they had to do on me,
Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound.
So we're going to have to see how things size up here. What I didn't like about that racing line is it showed me going. Usually I haven't noticed it showing you both racing lines. I've seen it with them telling you just a blue line going into the pit, but that time there was both a racing line to continue and a racing line to pit in, and I didn't catch the blue. Starting to trail brake a lot more, which I think is allowing me to carry more speed through the turn. I don't know how far behind I am, though, the rest of the field. I don't like that. I'm braking when that racing line is showing me something. I guess maybe because I'm tuned for top speed, or tuned a little more for speed, I need to brake a bit sooner. So I'm going to go ahead and race up to maybe lap 10 and see if I'm catching up with the field at all, and if not, I mean, because really what I'm dependent upon right now is people being on a 2-stop strategy and pitting in. This track just doesn't really suit my racing style, with the fact that my norm is to brake late, dive deep on turns and corners, wrestle the car around and be over aggressive and expend a lot of tire wear and a lot of fuel above curve. The laps are so ridiculously long. Now I am catching up to the field a bit. It's one thing I haven't been doing tonight is really listening to my engine and using that to help me make the decisions on when to brake and throttle. None of that was good.
The gap to the car ahead is 9.0 seconds.
Wow. Yeah, you're not catching those guys unless they pit. I think I'm just going to go ahead and restart. Oof.
Now that we've got some points on the board, let's continue this form and aim for another top 10 finish.
Race strategy. Let's see if we can put this away rather quickly. One serving. Wing damage. as it's just a different kind of race that I gotta run tonight. You're gonna have to give up some of the positional advantage of these guys going into turns until you have them somewhere where you can realistically overtake them, and that is
Okay, that's a good start. Keep it up.
13th. Wing has some front wing damage, but he's not yapping in my ear about it, which means it may not be that bad. I think this is what you have to do is walk these guys down one at a time. Maybe part of it is, yeah, I'm accustomed to, in years past, being able to jump 5, 6, 7 cars. Using that over-braking technique into turn 1. I think you just need to focus on taking down Grosjean right now. He's got the inside of the turn. Go, 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 go. Don't let it spin the car. Yep, you felt pressured. That caused you to over-defend on that turn. It's not all lost, though. I think you're faster than Raikkonen, too. Keep it together and drive conservatively. Ah, come on. No. It's that Grosjean or Perez. I've got to figure this out, though.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the hards.
So I'm just not accustomed to... Guess I'm accustomed to being... Nope. Get off, Kimi.
If we turn down the ERS deployment, we can harvest more energy.
Wait till I'm on the straight, buddy. Hulkenberg. Go. Excellent pass there. That's some serious driving. This is what's frustrating, is when you're hitting these points where you know you're faster.
On the ICE, be aware that we will start to see a loss of power.
When they are. And you have to back off and give up. It is so hard. Yeah, I mean, it's so hard. I should have Magnussen. I should have been able to pass him and then fall in between him and Ricardo, but really getting on my nerves. Now you got some of that gravel on your tire, you gotta be careful. Having to drift through a lot more of these turns than, again, just not my normal style. Despite the fact that technically how you took that corner was kind of an error. It's actually exactly how you needed to take it. You almost caught him. What is going on here? Oh! Ricardo, get off, dude. Take that. I'm going to take it.
We're coming in this lap.
So you need to be a little more aggressive.
They have an issue with their car. They're going to be slow.
Need to be a little more aggressive in how you push, because I want to get as much distance advantage as I can between me and the cars behind, going into the pit. I'm pushing a little bit harder than I have been.
Showing small signs of wear, power output will be down.
Oh, get him, get him.
Pit in this lap, and remember the speed limit. We'll be penalized if we exceed it. Keep that in mind as you approach.
I think I understand where the pit is. It's going to be coming up. Just remember not to swirl it away.
Go, go, go. Up to speed now. Let's get some heat into those tires.
Because last race in Bahrain, I would come out of the pits and completely throw the car. So I'd be very surprised by the amount of speed it generated. Coming right out of the pits. Again, in general, I need to drive a conservative race on this track. Just because a lot of the turns are off-speed turns. It's a lot of drifting through turns. A lot of trail braking. Gotta stop using those curves. Reed is in the pits.
Alexander is in the pits. Alexander in the pits.
So I might jump some positions here if other people are pitting in. There we go. Don't use the curb. I'm up into fifth.
Energy harvesting. Reduce ERS deployment.
Really? Still more, huh? Hope I got it right.
Has boxed for the mediums. Car behind on the medium tyre.
Yeah, usually I'm accustomed to riding the brakes deeper into a turn. Like I said, these turns around this whole track are just like off-speed turns. I have turned ERS deployment down all the way. So really slow speed turns. I'm keeping the brakes on a lot longer than I normally do. Vettel is the car right ahead for stopping behind. Incredibly low speed, long turn one. Immediately into a switchback into turn two. It's taken me a while to settle down, but I think I'm finally getting a handle on the track and how it needs to be driven. Like I said, it's just challenging for me because it's forcing me to drive very different than my normal style is.
Our gap to the car in front is 5.4 seconds.
It's interesting, so I'm on the hard compounds while everybody else, at least front and behind, are on the mediums. So what could possibly happen in the later laps of the race is that their tires may go off, and I may still have good tread on mine.
A second a lap to the car behind, 1 second.
So I'm not sure. I guess he means that the car behind is catching up. Which, if he's on the medium compounds, he might have more traction than me right now.
Leclerc's out in front.
seem to not be good sector times. Ooh. Overspeed there. Gotta remember that I gotta brake a bit early. Particularly after that long straightaway when I'm tuned for higher top speed. Derped that corner several times. And this one. And this one.
There's 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Okay, should be good.
Okay, gap ahead is 8.0
Ah, he's
seconds.
pulling away. Yeah, this isn't like Bahrain where I was actually faster than the field.
Fuel is looking really good. You're managing it well.
Alright, well, maybe at this point I just need to focus on holding it together and finishing in P5. Which would not be bad. It would still be my best finish this season. The progression would have me going from 12 to 10 to 5. Well into the points with the 5th position finish.
Increase ERS deployment. It's time to use some of this charge. Gap to teammate behind is 17.5 seconds.
Now, was Kibi ahead of me or behind? So it'll be interesting to see how this goes. So I haven't been in a position in a race where I've had an ERS advantage in the later end of the race. Get the MFD down. Okay, there we go. I've barely kept from spinning the car coming out of that corner. About the last 3 laps. We're stopping. We're gonna have to fend him off. Did he cause you to over defend? No, 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 no. Get
Gap
inside.
to car in front is 11.5
Where is
seconds.
Verstappen? There he is. Left side mirror. I hate having to
There's
get
4 laps of fuel
inside.
remaining.
I hate having to go inside the cockpit this late in the race. I would prefer being able to get comfortable. Plus, I don't like that the HUD is occluding. Oh, nope, nope. Let's take that back. Instant replay flashback. Nah, come on. Well, I don't like that the stinking part of the HUD is blocking the other mirror. So I can't see where he is. Nope, I don't like that view. Come on, man, I really gotta find a view that works. Can't tell where he is, he's coming up. Damn it! Alright, so I got a good lead on it now.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
I think I'm gonna have to stay inside the cockpit view for the remainder of the race because he's just hunting me back there. Too close, too close. Where's he gonna go? Where's he gonna go? Nope. What I'm kind of having to do is if I see him come out of my left-hand mirror, that's how I'm telling when he's going right, because I'm actually, it's really
This
aggravating.
is your final lap of the race.
Where are you, Verstappen? Come on. Oh! No. You jerkhole. I don't even really know.
Time to the car behind. Keep pushing. Leclerc's in first place.
Don't give him that inside. He's trying to...
The gap to the car ahead is 17.7 seconds.
No! Oh! No, I thought that was, Alright, I gotta take a split-second break here. I'll put you guys on the BRB screen. I'll be right back. So it's kind of like Last Man Standing. I'm pretty sure that I'm faster than him in a straightaway. I want to say I gotta be, right? With all the upgrades. So what this really is a matter of is, can I beat him down this backside straight before we get, and hit my brakes early enough to safely enter turn 1. Oh, I took it too far. So he gave me the outside in move. So Hooligan, are you done for the night, or are you taking a break and then going back to live streaming? So it was my first. Hey, what's up, CJ, man? Thanks so much for stopping by. I am just had to take a quick bathroom break, and gonna wrap up this final lap in the Chinese Grand Prix. I am in a
keep up with chat in the midst of this racing game.
Tumultuous battle with Verstappen. For 5th place. And it's been pretty intense.
And I, for one, the more he keeps coming around and going, is this a straightaway? I need to catch up.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if I'm nervous. Thanks, man. You're nervous because of me being in the final lap of this thing, or because of something else? I'm nervous. I am, It has been really hard to fight him off. There's some warts in the game. Oh, no! That's some crikey! No. Alright. Now he is right there is the problem. He's trying to make that move. I got him. Now the thing is this is not... the first time before I had to... Okay, so now you definitely got him now. And this is the final straight. P5! There we go.
Well done.
No, I'm nervous because I'm hoping to start college next year. Oh, very cool.
Good job.
So wait. You're going to start college this fall or next fall of 2020?
What a fantastic race it was. Anthony Davidson, what helped them deliver this result, do you think?
I really feel the track layout combined with the track temperatures we saw today suited their car. These cars come alive when the tyres are just at the right temperature, and the driver did a great job managing that as well. They just look so comfortable out there. It's like anything, it always looks so easy when it all just clicks.
So are you starting college this year, CJ, or next year?
A team that is no stranger to the podium, taking their place on top once again. A sublime race today, and a stunning win for Ferrari.
don't know. I have to get my GED first.
So, let's review the driver's standings. Charles Leclerc's points today take him to the top of the championship standings.
So, are you working towards your GED right now?
Who was your driver of the day, Ant?
I have to give it to King. They did a great job at getting
But
the
you're
most
hoping
out
to
of their
start
tires
college
without
next
losing
year.
pace.
Okay,
Something that's
working
a
on
very
your
handy
GED
skill to
now, I
have
guess.
in modern day Formula One.
Let's move on to the constructors. The lead at the top comes down after a strong weekend from the challenging pack. Meanwhile, Toro Rosso's strong weekend allows them to continue their march up the table.
So for your
Well, Ant,
GED,
an end to
are
another
you
fantastic weekend of
enrolled in
racing.
any study
Thanks to
courses, or
everyone
are
who
you doing
joined
it
us, and we'll
online,
see you for the
or
next
how are
one.
you prepping yourself for the test? You're about to start... Okay, so you're about to start prepping for the test now?
Good day today. Let's have your take on it. You've had experience with Devon's fast, aggressive style. Any advice for the drivers he passed today? You were cutting your way through the field during the race. Your team must be ecstatic with
No,
how
I'm
you're
about to go through
performing.
GED classes that are online. Okay, gotcha.
You had a bit of contact today. Who was at fault there? Great. Well, that's everything.
About to go through GED classes that are online. Very cool, man. Yeah, I mean, I could definitely see being nervous. You know, so I've gone into that beginning of school 3 times, and you know, each time it's been a little different. So the first time, you know, I was going to undergrad, to college, and I went to school in a small town, and I was going to a very big, very competitive university, and, you know, didn't really know how I measured up to everyone else, and I definitely struggled. Then when I went on to grad school, the first time I kind of was down on confidence because I hadn't done really great in undergrad. It was a much bigger deal when I got into grad school because it was work sending me to grad school, and I was like, you know, I can't afford to not do well. So it took me a couple quarters to kind of get my confidence back underneath me. And then the third time when I went to get my second grad degree, I was nervous again because because my second grad degree is an engineering degree, and you know, I had done by that time a lot of engineering work, but I hadn't done any. I hadn't done an engineering major. I had taken lots of engineering classes, but so I don't know, man. I guess the key thing is you know, is constant self-evaluation and understanding where you are. I think is the big thing. I would say one thing is, and I don't know how your online classes are going to be. I'm hoping to get bachelor's degree in engineering and play basketball. Alabama is where I'm hoping to go. Good, man. It's very cool. I mean, I think more than anything, what I learned from all those experiences is just constantly being a known entity to your teachers and your professors. And, like, if you're struggling with a class, or even when you're doing good in a class, like, go to office hours, spend time, like, you know, if you're not working, or even if you are working, like, going to class is your job. And so, just like you'll find, you know, if you work out in the professional world, or you know, eventually when you do go out in the professional world, like, there's a very big thing of, like, staying in touch with your boss, getting FaceTime with your boss, making sure your boss knows who you are. Treat your college professors the same way. Like, don't be an unknown entity. Like, don't have them grading your paper and go, who's this guy again? And if you go to a really big state school, that's hard. But you got to figure out ways to do it. you know, and then do the, you know, you're saying you want to play basketball, so you're probably an athlete, right? You know that being an athlete, you get better, you get stronger by doing reps, right? Same thing, you know, do reps of stuff, be in a study group. Like if you're in an engineering class, work problems, right? If you're being taught something, work 10 different variations of the problem, right? Make sure that you understand it. It's the only thing I can really tell you. And then don't be afraid is the other thing, is, you know, being tepid and not being aggressive in your approach to a class is a way to get behind, right? Be overly aggressive, and you know, and for engineering classes, show your work, right? Is what they're, you know, I can't speak for Alabama because I don't know exactly what kind of school they're going to be, but what I will say is, getting into an engineering profession is predominantly about showing that you can get through the thought process, right? You're not going to, in general, you're not going to show up at your first engineering job and actually be expected to be able to do anything by yourself, right? Like, I don't entrust a brand new engineer coming out of school, right, with something that I absolutely need to know gets done correctly. So you're going to get a lot of opportunity to at apprenticeship and mentorship, and in some ways, functioning in the real world is in some ways easier than undergrad, because undergrad is sometimes just a lot of like, can you like mechanically do this thing exactly the way that I tell you to do it, which is not really how engineering works. So good luck, man. I hope you stick with it, and I hope you find your way through. Alright. So that was a rough patch getting through Shanghai, but in the end it turned out okay. There we go. We got some RPs to spend. Team reputation increased. You have any idea, like, what kind of engineering field or which specific engineering field you want to go into? I mean, you have time to decide. This is me asking the question is just to see how you're thinking about it. Because another thing I would say to you is don't feel like you need to pick, choose, and commit to a specific engineering lane right now. Like, that will change 10 times over, you know, between college and then getting out into an engineering field. So, I mean, I was a guy who said when I was a systems engineer that, like, I wanted nothing to do with software, and today I'm a software engineer. So, you know, you never know how the world's going to roll you. Electrical engineer. Okay, very cool. Very cool. Tough field, but very rewarding. And very kind of universally applicable as well. So, I mean, you can go into software as, you know, from being an electrical engineer. You can go into automation controls. You can go into embedded circuits. So, lots of applicability. Yeah, so this is your rival here. Huh. It's interesting that he's giving you some praise. Pretty cool. Ah, so my value has gone above my contract value. It'll be time to renegotiate at the end of the season if I keep that up. Well, man, I'm going to hop off and get some sleep. I'm really... Yeah, you and me both, man. Thanks so much for swinging by. I do really appreciate it, and hopefully I will see you later. I'll be starting Trials Rising tomorrow. If you swing by the live stream, probably be on tomorrow evening, hopefully a little earlier. But that'll be the next team up, so I'll be keeping it here on Xbox One. If that's a game that interests you, please feel free to swing by. And again, thanks again for the follow, and thanks for swinging by, man. I do appreciate you, and I wish you the best of luck.
Here you can see a list of eligible drivers to declare as your rival. The more challenging they are to beat, the more the paddock will respect you for succeeding. Just be aware, you'll lose the same amount of respect if you come off second best. So it may be wise not to be overly ambitious.
Oof. So we're going to go after Devin Butler. Insufficient resource. Wow, that's 1,000. Alright, we'll hold off on that. In development, Azerbaijan minor. Delivery Azerbaijan, alright. So, one of the things I'm not clear is when... So these have to last me the whole season, alright? Through 3 races. So do I have to... What happens when you fit component? So I'm just not really clear using selected configuration. Overall wear is 40%. No. Asus fit component. Additional component grid drop reward when the car leaves the garage following completion of the fitting. Okay, alright. Man. Wear of fitted components is 40%. Unit 4 of 3? I don't know what that means.
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet. Take a look at the help section in your Alexa app.
One upgrade of 4 durability improvements 10%. So I don't get. So am I? Or is it saying that I get 3? It can't be 3 engines per season. I'm gonna leave it alone for now until I better understand what that does. So I'm now 7th in the Drivers' Championships. We are 6th in the Constructors. Very cool. Hold off on that. Pause menu, tutorials. So I believe at this point it has done a save and I can back out to the main menu. That's where it put me today when I backed out at that point yesterday. So thanks so much anybody who happened to swing by and join in on the live stream. I do appreciate you. If you happen to be watching the archive version of this on YouTube, I appreciate you as well. That's going to do it for me. Like I said, I will be back tomorrow, staying on Xbox One and picking up with Trials Rising, so that should be pretty interesting. So until next time, happy hunting, stay safe out there, take care of yourselves, play the games that you like, and stream the games that you love. Once again, my name has been Agasicles Stamus, aka Game Logic, here on Twitch. And that's going to do it for me. Good night, good luck, and good gaming. I'm out.